I'm basically the first for everything in my family. I'm the first born in this country, the first citizen in my family. I'm the first person in my family to join the armed forces. I'm the first person in my family to go and graduate from a 4-year university. I'm also the first person in my family to be accepted into a top-tier law school. But I'm not the first in my family to have dealt with housing issues and housing crises. You see, some of my first memories as a child were jumping from homeless shelter to homeless shelter in a Mission district in San Francisco. Both of my parents immigrated from Nicaragua in the early 90s, where they came to San Francisco after seeking political asylum. You see, my parents didn't have anything past a middle school grade education, nor did they have any language proficiency when they came here. It wasn't until my father received his Class A license and became a truck driver for waste management that we relocated to the East Bay. When we finally relocated to the East Bay, my parents thought that all of our troubles were behind us. This new neighborhood I called home, I didn't feel safe in. This led me to surround myself with some negative influencers in my life. I spent an entire day in the jail cell, and I thought about all of the sacrifices that my parents had made for my brothers and sisters and I. I needed to change, and I wanted to change. And at this very moment, I promised to myself I'd change for the better. So at the age of 17, I enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. By the age of 18, I had been fully trained as an intelligence analyst. By the age of 19, I had spent 7 months in Afghanistan on a combat deployment riddled with kinetic activity. By the age of 20 until I was 23, I had spent about 2.5 years overseas between South Korea and Japan. During my time overseas in South Korea, I had met the love of my life, and we got married shortly before I got discharged in September of 2016. I thought it'd be easy. I thought it'd be simple. I thought I would be able to successfully reintegrate back into the civilian world when I came back home to the San Francisco Bay Area. But it couldn't have been anything but the opposite. I faced struggles, my wife and I, with housing, with employability, with food, with resources. And it was further complicated because I was dealing with mental and physical issues stemming from my time in service. One morning, I went to the VA Fremont clinic. And although they were unable to help me, they referred me to someone who could. Swords to Plowshares. After I walked in through their double-door office in Oakland, my life changed dramatically. I knew I needed help with employability, but I didn't even know I needed assistance with disability or even if I was able to qualify. For the first time since being discharged, I finally felt like I was going to be okay. Through Swords' help, I've now been rated at 100% disability. I was able to complete my 4-year degree at San Francisco State University. And now I'm a 2nd-year law student at UC Hastings. For once, I can finally say that my housing woes are finally over. My wife and I are first-time home buyers using a VA home loan in the San Francisco Bay Area. None of this would have been possible without the help, without the support, and without the wraparound services that Swords to Plowshares offers.